everybody, welcome back to Divulge Talk Show. I am your host, More Blessing. Bring about another video, an opinionated video. If you guys watched my introduction video, I mentioned one of the topics, which is Christianity versus the world. Today I'm going to be talking about it, and someone might ask, why did I choose it? It's a topic that I felt is not really being spoken about. It is a topic that is just sidelined, and people tend to, they just have that tendency of, no, we don't want to talk about it. But guys, it is really a sensitive issue and it's really serious. This is what I think. So Christianity versus the world is a topic that I chose specifically for the youth because we go through a lot. I am a Christian, I am a youth, I grew up in a very strongly Christian background, and there's some certain things that you are told to do, some certain things you're told not to do, and I felt like it's kind of unfair because we are on a pull and push mode. Now, before I go any further, I like to define my topics, like what it means. This way it helps you and I to actually have an insight, okay, what are we talking about? So, from my research, I found out that Christianity refers to the religion based on the person and teachings of Jesus Christ or its beliefs and practices. That's what Christianity means. So we've got Christians out there. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I mean when we talk about Christianity. And then one might ask, what do I mean by the world? Now, the world is anything and everything that is not related to any Christian beliefs or any Christian values or anything related to Christianity. That is what I mean by the world. Now, the reason why Christianity versus the world is something very sensitive to me is because you have situations whereby you are restricted to do certain things, you're restricted to listen to certain music, you're restricted to watch certain movies. I've gone through that. You're restricted to certain dressing, and I'm going to touch some of those things today. So I've got two questions that I'm going to be asking you and then I'm going to answer. Guys, feel free to answer the questions, feel free to have your own questions, and please feel free to comment your opinions because my opinion is not your opinion, and this is a platform where we talk about it, remember, and it is a platform whereby we learn and we see what other people think and we just help each other as the youth. Now, the first question is it wrong for Christians to participate in the worldly system activities? For example, getting involved in activities such as acting, dancing, and many other things. Now, I specifically chose acting and dancing because these are also some of the things whereby you are really given a bad vibe about. Like, you are a Christian, you're a child of God, you're not supposed to do that. I feel like entertainment is actually part of God's plan in this world. Why would we have entertainment if God didn't allow it to happen? Now, as for acting, I feel like there is nothing wrong. If you are a youngster and you aspire to be an actor and actress, I feel like it's not a problem as long as it's something that you're passionate about. We really, guys, we grew up in an environment whereby you were just told no, because sometimes they're like, okay, you're a Christian, you're probably gonna have certain scenes that are inappropriate when it comes to the Christianity values and beliefs. And I feel like if you've got passion for something, and sometimes it could also be a calling, because every single person who is in the entertainment industry has a specific calling to it. So if you are a Christian and you feel you cannot go to acting school or drama school because, don't do this, personally, I feel it is wrong. I feel like feel free to do what you need to do. At the same time, we want to put food on the table. It is part of your passion, it is part of your career, it is part of your calling, and it is part of you making a living out of it. So guys, you're a youngster, you're a Christian, please do it. Do acting. It's not something you should be restricted about. And then there's dancing. Now, I grew up in a Christian-based church whereby I remember when we were younger, we would do like performances or plays, and then probably like in the praise and worship team whereby it's the time of dancing, and then there are certain types of dances that are restricted. And then you also get the other side, whereby if you want to pursue a career as a dancer, and you are a Christian, it's a no-no. But for me, I feel like there is nothing wrong with it. Now, I want to give an example of twerking. Guys, sometimes when it comes to dancing, it's I think it's the timing and the place. Obviously, you can't twerk in church, right? But there is still nothing wrong with twerking, as long as it's something that you do at the right time and at the right place. But don't do it for wrong means. I'm just trying to let you guys see what I'm trying to say. Like, dancing and being a Christian, there is really nothing wrong. Sometimes you are restricted because of the values that we are told, because of what we are taught as well, that no, it's wrong. So personally, my opinion is there's nothing wrong with dancing. There's nothing wrong with you pursuing a choreographer, a career as a choreographer, and many more, like gigs and stuff, as long as you've got good intentions. For me personally, I feel like acting and dancing and any other thing, what is the motive behind? What is your intention? So as a Christian, you know that you believe in Jesus Christ. You know what is right, you know what is wrong, but there is nothing wrong with participating in anything that just makes you feel good. Because we all have different qualities, we all have different likes, we all have different dislikes. So do what you need to do. Okay? Yeah. I hope that makes sense. And then the second question is, why is that Christians seem to be put in a corner? That they're restricted from doing certain things. For example, the type of dressing, the type of music to listen to, and the type of movies to watch. Now guys, this is something that like I mentioned earlier, I went through growing up as a Christian child, having to, you know how you grow up, you're a Christian, and then there's that other side where you've got friends, you've got school, like your socialization, and then now you feel like, oh my gosh, I need to choose between Jesus and, you know, this type of thing. Now, the type of dressing is very, I don't know, like people, or rather our parents, or just people just have this mentality. Personally speaking, I feel like dressing does not define who you really are. You know, it's like when someone walks in church and it's a dude, usually with men, and he's got dreadlocks, but it's just like, nah, he can't call himself a Christian. I feel like, no, it's wrong. So the type of dressing does not really entitle you or degrade your Christianity. I feel like dressing properly at the right time, at the right place is what matters. Now, of course, you can't walk inside church wearing a bum short or a mini dress. I mean, someone who's probably never really been to church can, you know, have that capacity that, no, you can't dress this way. I mean, have you ever invited someone and this person is not really religious, but the moment you invite him or her to church, he or she's like, okay, so let me wear something proper. So dressing does not define your Christianity. You can still be a Christian and still wear your short dress, but it has to be organized. Like I said, you can't wear your bum short at church. So you can wear for example, your bum short or your crop top, maybe going to the mall or when you're at home, and you're still a Christian. That does not change anything about your spirituality, anything about Jesus Christ being in your heart. Remember, Christianity is within your spirit, it's within your soul, it's within your heart. So this whole judgmental thing should just end. I just feel like be proper at the right time. And then there's the whole issue of listening to music. I feel like when it comes to listening to music, it is your choice. It's not about, oh, you know, like, I've gone through certain conferences. I remember growing up in my church, we would go to, like, they called it the YG conference, and like as the young generation, you were taught the godly ways, you're taught the Bible, and we were told about musical. Okay, I do believe that there are demonic influences behind certain types of music. However, you and I have a choice. the whole don't listen to R&B, don't listen to hip hop. Sometimes it's all about just listen to gospel. Guys, I feel like sometimes with these artists is what's the motive behind? I mean, let's give an example of Lionel Richie. His aim is just make love songs for people who are in love, for people who are just lovey-doveys. His motive is love. It's not to kill you or it's not to degrade your spirit or your soul. But at the end of the day, my opinion is it's our choice. No one has the right to, guys, no one has the right to be like, yo, no, cut, remove that song. That is totally wrong. So it is your choice to listen to jazz. It is your choice to listen to Jamaican type of music. It is also your choice to listen to gospel. We all have the freedom of choice. Guys, please remember that. So I don't want you guys or myself as the young people to be put in such a position whereby we don't know what to do. I feel like as a youngster or as teenagers or as young adults, it's a phase that we go through. The whole phase of drinking and smoking, the whole phase of dating, the whole phase of clubbing and all that. Sometimes all we need, and this is to the parents who are listening, all we need is advice and guidance. Because sometimes if you discover that your child is doing certain bad stuff, and this child, you're like, oh my gosh, I taught this child about Jesus Christ. He was born in the church. How could you do that to me? You need to understand it's a phase. We all go through that phase. We all go through the phase whereby I want to taste that alcohol. So it's not a matter of punishing your child. It's a matter of sitting down and talking to your child like, look, child, this is what I taught you. We believe in Jesus Christ. This is wrong and this is right. Sometimes, as parents, when you talk to us in a nice way, like you talk to me and I'll just be like, but what mom and dad were talking about is actually something I should reconsider. Because if you're gonna just come there with your belt and beat me up, and I'm just gonna, the moment you finish beating me up, I'm gonna go out there and buy a bottle of alcohol. Because now I'm just like, what's going on? Okay? So this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh yes, and the movies part. The movies part is also really sensitive. Like, I'm laughing because it's something that I directly went through, watching certain movies and stuff. At the end of the day, guys, it's also your choice. If I choose to watch Maleficent, it's my choice. If I choose not to watch Twilight, it's also my choice. The horror movies, the whatnot. Of course, there are influences or spiritual, everything we watch, guys, does have a spiritual influence towards us. That much you guys should know. But I just feel like we have a choice. We are not supposed to be restricted to do anything. So this is basically my opinion about Christianity versus the world. You being a Christian and you being associated with the worldly activities and having to think, what should I do? Embrace your youth. Embrace you being a young person. It's a phase. It will pass. How many of our parents have told us that I've been there. It's just a phase. So guys, please do not feel inferior, but feel like, okay, this is me being me, and just choose your path rightly. Please don't forget to ask for advice if you're going through certain stuff, especially as the Christian the Christian generation, like the kids and the youth who go to church, and you've got parents who've got strict Jesus Christ type of roots, and they just want you guys to be holy. So yes, guys, this is what I have to say today. And please, guys, remember, comment your opinions, comment your questions as well, and I'll just answer what I know. And please, if it is your first time, please subscribe, and please give my video a thumbs up. And I will be still bringing more content and more videos. Remember, before the actual talk show, I just felt like, just highlighting some of these things that are really important to us as the youth. Remember to keep safe, remember to stay at home, remember to keep on washing your hands as often as possible. We are in a situation globally, so we just want to keep safe, wear your mask. And thank you guys for watching, and yes, thank you so much. Goodbye.